What's going on, guys? You guys that have been around for a while, you know that I'm not, or at least I try not to be, overly reactionary. I try to take things and process them, contemplate them as they come, and not just react too quick but too slow either. I try to strike a balance in there. But I want to go ahead and throw this out there for y'all and make sure you keep this in the context of which I'm giving it to you. But get your stuff in order. Now. Like, every spare minute you have, work on getting your stuff in order. My spider sense has been tingling off the chart for probably a couple of weeks now. It's really ramped up in the last week, give or take. But it's getting progressively stronger in the back of my mind. What is it? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I just know I feel this sense of anxiousness that I've not felt before. There is bad stuff going on from so many different angles. And we're under attack. Okay, we are under attack from every angle you can think of. We are weak, like just ridiculously weak and bleeding out on the world stage. And every piranha for 1,000 miles is smelling that blood and ready to come take a chunk. We progressively do things, we being the country, to exacerbate all of that and make it even worse. And I'm no longer, not that I ever really was to begin with, but I do not buy that it's just incompetence. At this point, it is by design. It is 100% intentional and by design. The events of the past 4 or 5 days are 150,000% proof of that. On that particular topic, you're going to hear all kind of rationalized explanations, and amazingly so, from people on every side of the spectrum. It's mind-blowing in some cases, though not really. But the rationalization, the justification, and the outright parroting of lies, it's, wow, it's just out there. Nothing good's going to come from recent events. There will be a price that we have to pay for the way recent events were handled. And I'm not convinced that it's going to be all that far into the future that we'll be paying that price. Internally, the Republic is and the Constitution, our freedoms are being attacked from every angle. Just look at the recent outright, blatant violations of the Constitution that have taken place that should have been immediately dealt with. And yet, nothing's been done. the moral compass of a large part of the country is well on its way down a very, very dark road that ends in an even darker place. And it appears that not only are people stepping on the gas, but they're trying to freaking hook up nitrous. This stuff doesn't end well. So I could sit here and keep giving you hours worth of individual micro examples. Literally before making this video, I got some information from a very trusted friend that in and of itself might seem fairly innocuous to most people, but when you combine it with other things that other connected folks are seeing and hearing, it starts painting a picture, and it's not a picture that's good. Now, I'm hoping and praying with all that is in me that this is just a passing thing. But I, for one, refuse to just ignore it and put my head in the sand and pretend that what's going on is not going on, and pretend that it's not going to end where it's going to end. Normalcy bias and confirmation bias are a thing, and too many people are just absolutely ate up with it. Get your house in order. Get your stuff squared away. Get with those you can get with. Start getting plans made of some kind. I just have a feeling we are heading rapidly to a bad place. Again, I try not to be reactionary. I try not to put out too much negative doom and gloom stuff. Of all the years I've been doing this, you won't see too many times, if you go back and look through all my videos, that I've actually said anything like this. And that's been intentional. But I'm intentionally saying it now. If there are things you need to tighten up, you need to do it. You need to do it. There is trouble coming. I absolutely feel that. I pray that it passes us, but I do believe it's coming. So, sorry for a negative one today, if you want to call it that. Honestly, I don't feel like it's negative in encouraging you to get your stuff squared away, and then you doing just that, getting your stuff squared away, and then you encouraging others to get their stuff squared away, so on and so forth. That's never a negative thing in my book, but I know many people will look at it that way. So anyway, hopefully I'm completely wrong. It's all good. It's worth exactly what you paid to sit here and listen to it. Get your stuff straight. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Stay safe.